Baltimore Orioles. And we'll be back with the first pitch right after this. First pitch moments away. Getting the nod in this one. Number 63. What do you have on him?
Yeah, he's definitely had a struggle so far this year, as evidenced by that inflated whip. But he's going to have to find a way to limit the base runners, put his team in a position to win a ball game. So we know he's prepared. We know this guy is a competitor, and we'll watch how he works in this one.
Francisco Lindor leading things off and takes a strike. Oh, 1 down. This one high in the air to left center. Cowser sizing this one up. And it's caught for the out. Here's a Mets lineup now. One guy leading the way offensively for this club right now, Pete Alonso.
Yeah, Boog, he's leading them in batting average and RBI, so delivering in a number of ways. And you know what? If he comes up with the bases empty, good chance of getting on base, set up his teammates. If he comes up with guys on, man, he could drive him in. Just a solid contributor for this lineup.
Juan Soto in the box now. No balls and a strike. Got the bat going too soon. It's strike two.
And he really sells the changeup with that arm action.
That one is absolutely belted. That's back. And out of here. His 22nd homer of the year, and it gives him the lead in the first. It's 1-0. He absolutely crushed that one.
No doubt about that one, Boog. We knew it wasn't coming back. It's like he's playing wiffle ball up there, and that's typically not the easiest way to hit a home run. To the slight opposite field, into the gap. Man, making it look easy, that's for sure.
Here's Pete Alonso. Check swing, and he went. And that's strike one.
Part of the order coming through now, and with one home run already in this inning, they're definitely looking to do some more damage.
1 out, bases empty. Delivers a pitch in for a strike at 95.
2-2.
One down, bases empty. Down to the dirt, swing and a miss. Gets to it, on to first, and it beats him for out number 2. That's a strikeout.
Bogey just ran out of patience there. He took a couple of pitches to even that count up at 2 balls and 2 strikes, but that time chased outside the zone.
Starling Marte up to hit. And that's a little high. That's in there, and it's 1-1.
Looked pretty good as far as being in the strike zone, but I'm sure as a hitter, not too good with where it was located. Very top of the strike zone, middle away.
Two outs. Hit on the ground to short. Safe at first as they can't make the play. So, man aboard. Here's Brandon Nimmo. There's a strike.
Here's a batter who, for whatever reasons, plays better on the road, and that should help him here today.
Marte off of first with 2 away. Pop foul out of play off to the right. And that one missing inside a sharp slider. Caught and missed. Curveball struck him out. But they're off to a good start as they pick up a run on this solo shot. It's now 1-0. It's Major League Baseball on the show. Back here in Baltimore, and today's starting pitcher, Clay Holmes. Tell us about him in that sub-3 ERA, Singy.
Well, anytime you can keep your ERA under 3, you're doing a lot of things right, and you're putting your team in a position to win a lot of ball games as well. And he's doing tremendous out there on the mound. Every time he gets the ball, you expect him to go out there and dominate. And that's what he's been to this point. We'll see how he is today.
Bottom of the first. Now it's the second baseman, Jackson Holliday. And he pumps it a strike. Right-hander kicks, deals. Bouncer to second. Mauricio in plenty of time to first. And a quick out, number 1. Time now to take a look at the Orioles lineup put together by manager Brandon Hyde. One of the more high-powered lineups in the game right now. It's built to do damage, and they got some hitters that could punish the baseball, Chris.
So fun to watch these players take their at-bats. I mean, they're so disciplined. Don't give not just at-bats away, but really pitches away. Very aggressive, competitive in the zone. And when they connect, there's usually some loud noise to it. So we'll keep our ears open today.
Ramon Laureano at the plate now as he chases after that one.
Well, there's a certain point where you have to commit to what you think you see. And he guessed wrong right there. Nasty slider with just terrific bite at the end.
Here's a high chopper. Slings it across. And Laureano is retired.
Batting third, the shortstop, Gunnar Henderson.
2 down, bases empty. Gunnar Henderson, the next to hit for the Orioles. And that's in for a strike. 0-1. This one chopped up the middle. Mauricio sends it to first, and the Orioles set down in order. Nothing doing this time around for the O's. Still behind by a count of 1-0. All set for the start of the inning. Here's the third baseman, Mark Vientos. Popped up. Stallings under this one. Makes the grab, and there's one down.
Batting seventh, the second baseman, Ronnie Mauricio.
Ronnie Mauricio now. That one to first, and it stays fair. Around first, heading for 2. Not stopping, he's going for 3. The relay, the tag.
Absolutely perfect execution of the relay right there to cut him down at third. He probably should have shut it down at second base and been happy with the double, but it took a great play to get him. You just have to tip your cap.
Two outs, base is empty. And next for the Mets, Jeff McNeil. Right down to shoot. It's 0-1. 2 down, nobody on. There's a strike.
I understand you want to try to gauge that guy's fastball, but you also have to be aggressive and ready to hit in your zone. Now you're in a tough spot.
Hacks and misses. It's a strikeout. 1 hit in the inning, but no one left. Now to the bottom of the second. It's the Mets 1 and the Orioles nothing. Back now at Oriole Park, ready to go for the last half of the inning. And now here's the veteran DH, Ryan O'Hearn. Holmes back to work. Swing and a ball lifted left field. Puts it away for the out. And there's one away.
Batting fifth, the third baseman.
And here is Ramon Urias. He dives, but he can't make the catch. Gets it there in time, though. He keeps his composure, and they get the out.
The left fielder,
Siggy did a good job showing off his arm for the out on what was a close play. It's a good thing, too, because he didn't have a lot of time there.
No, he didn't, Boog. How about that arm, man? StatCast saying he whipped it over there at 86 miles per hour, and, you know, that's nothing to scoff at when you're not throwing off the mound.
Colton Cowser, the next to hit for the Orioles. Good power, not great in the OBP department. Oh, he doesn't get the call. And that's ball one.
Fell off to a great start. He's really cruising out there on the mound. He's got a chance to get through these first 2 innings with under 20 pitches. That could set him up to go deep into this game.
Two outs.
Ball. 2-0.
That one's spoiled, and the count now 2-1. 2 outs, base is empty. Yeah, the 2-1 hammered but foul. That one 95 to finish him off. 3 up, 3 down for the Orioles. They're down 1-0. New inning getting started. Here's the catcher for the Mets, Hayden Sanger. Ground ball to the right side. And he takes it himself for the out.
Now batting, shortstop, Francisco Lindor.
So the batting order turns over. Here's Francisco Lindor. Fly to left his first time. Pitch in the dirt, and it's 1-0. Francisco Lindor at the plate. The Mets shortstop, originally drafted by Cleveland, and a guy with some serious power and an excellent defender.
He must have been looking for something else because he gave up on that pitch a little early. It was right down Main Street. Probably not going to see a better pitch to hit in this at bat.
Lindor swings through that one.
I wouldn't throw him another breaking ball. Try to go again with the fastball, slightly elevated. He just is having a hard time catching up.
Out towards right center field. Laureano makes the catch. 2 down. And now it's Juan Soto. He's already homered here in this one. Soto measures 6 feet 2 inches, 225 pounds, and he was born in the Dominican Republic. And the 1-0. 2 down, nobody on. Swing and a miss. Struck him out. And it's a 3-up, 3-down inning. Nothing doing for the Mets, but they still lead it 1-0. As we go to the last of the third. Now, Cedric Mullins.
Possibly thinking about home run number 100 here. He's just one shy of that milestone.
Foul ball there. Mullins needs just one more homer to reach 100 in the big leagues.
Yeah, and making it to 100 homers would be quite the career accomplishment for him. Out of the more than 20,000 players to take an at-bat in the majors, less than 5% have ever hit 100 dingers.
Good job to fight that one off. On the ground right side, and that's just foul. Swing and a miss, struck him out. Pulled the string on the changeup.
Batting eighth,
next to him, Kobe Mayo. On the ground to the left. Over to first. Great pick.
Good stretch there to make the play. It looks like someone added a little yoga to their daily routine, if you ask me.
Stallings.
Jacob Stallings now. Right through there for a strike.
No ball. 1 strike.
And that's a base hit. So he gets on base and keeps it going. So the lineup flips over. So the next hit for Baltimore, Jackson Holliday. 0 for 1, he grounded out in his first at bat. And that is out of play. Swings and pulls it foul to the right side. Missed with a changeup, and the count 1-2. Swing and a miss, and he got him. And he's registered 3 Ks in this one. 1 hit, 1 left. 3 innings complete. It's the Mets 1 and the Orioles nothing. Start of the 4th, and now it's the polar bear, Pete Alonso.
Alonso.
Liner, base hit. And a good start to the inning.
All over that one right there. You'll often hear the phrase short to it, long through it, and that's a great example of it right there. Got the barrel in the hitting zone early, squared it up with the well-timed swing, and came away with a beautiful line drive into center field.
Here's Starling Marte. Reached on an infield single his first time. That's off the mark, and that's ball 1.
1 ball, no strikes.
Alonso gets his lead at first, nobody out. Here's the pitch. Runner on the go. And that one fouled off. Runner goes again. The 1-1 is fouled off. That one off the mark. Ball 2.
Really close pitch down around the knees there, and you could see him asking where it missed. Probably doesn't agree, but it appears he's ready to move on to the next pitch.
Come on, punch him out.
Line drive, base hit, right center field. Lead runner holds up. They're at first and second with nobody out.
Everything came together for him. That pretty much split the zone down the middle, and those are the ones where you got to make them pay.
Brandon Nimmo getting ready to hit.
I'm curious how he decides to attack on the mound. This guy at the plate has been great hitting under pressure this year.
That's a strike, and it's 0-1. And there's a ball. First and second, no outs. Top half of inning number 4.
Really going after him here. All fastballs to get ahead in the count.
And a ball and 2 strikes. Grounder might be 2. Fires to second for 1. Back to the pitcher covering in time. It's a double play.
The 3-6-1 double play, in my opinion, one of the toughest plays to make. You've got a pitcher covering first, and the middle infielder throwing to a moving target. Everything has to be perfect, and right there, they made it look pretty easy.
And now it's Mark Vientos. He popped out to the catcher his first time up. And he takes a strike. Knocks that one away, and we'll do it again. 2 outs and 1 in scoring position. Waves at the bender for the strikeout. Mets lead 1, but they hold a 1-0 lead. And we're back.
Leading off,
now the right fielder, Ramon Laureano.
The right fielder, Ramon Laureano.
Left field, Nimmo has it sized up and puts the squeeze on that one. 1 up, 1 down.
Now batting, shortstop, Gunnar Henderson.
Gunnar Henderson, the next to hit for the Orioles. Grounded out his first time up. At 96, that pitch is in for a strike. The Mets leading by a run. We're here in the bottom of the 4th. Not close with that one. Now 1-2. The shortstop takes a ball.
2 balls, 2 strikes.
Outside, and it's 3-2.
What a battle. It's not always easy laying off a 3-2 pitch, and I tell you what, he earned that walk.
Hitter.
Ryan O'Hearn comes up to hit. Fly to left his first time. Holmes picks over Henderson. Back in on a dive. And that one fouled off. Man at first, one away. A swing and a miss as he chases way out of the zone. Gets a piece and stays alive.
That wasn't an easy pitch to hit. It's much easier to do damage against mistakes, but that's not what that pitch was.
Breaking ball misses down and away. And look out as that one ran in and got him. He had him 1-2, and he ends up hitting him with a pitch.
Now
so up next, Ramon Urias. He's 0 for 1.
Urias.
And that one upstairs.
Well, all eyes on the double play ball in this spot. No better way to get out of this inning.
Runners at first and second with one gone. Next pitch in for a strike. 1-2.
Generally, second, third time through the lineup, you want to be able to lean on those secondary pitches and command them. Looks like he's doing a nice job of it.
Runs it up to 96 to record the punch out.
Great location with that two-strike fastball. I'll tell you what, as a hitter, you're looking to protect the outside part of the plate, stay back on something off speed. So many times, that location with two strikes, you just can't get around on it, and that's a tough one to compete with.
Now a chance for Colton Cowser. 0 for 1. He struck out swinging last time. Swing and a miss. 0-1.
0-1.
Hard grounder into the outfield for a knock. Around third. He'll score easily. It's an RBI single. We're tied at 1.
Well, that may end up being an at-bat we go back to later on when this game is over. Once you get the ball by the pitcher, there's a lot of base hits up the middle, even on ground balls. So a nice job to use that big hole and get himself a hit.
First and second, 2 outs. Mullins digs in now. He's sitting on 99 career homers. We'll see if this is the moment to notch number 100. O'Hearn, the lead runner out at second. Cowser at first, 2 out of the inning.
Ball 2.
Tough spot right here. A couple runners on. 2-ball count. You can't nibble, but you have to execute and finish your pitch. If you leave something out over the plate, it's going to bring in some runs.
Headed towards the corner. Nimmo running hard to get it. He's got it, and that will end the inning. But they pick up 1 run on the RBI single. All even now at 1-1. It's Major League Baseball, and it's on the show. And welcome back to the ballpark. And now it's the switch hitting second baseman, Ronnie Mauricio. First pitch doesn't find the zone.
Well, these Mets, as this game goes on, have to be more disciplined at the plate. Chasing pitches has been a big part of the story. We've seen it quite a bit today. It's been tough for them to make contact at times, and it just doesn't look like they're seeing it very well as a group.
inside. And a count 2-1.
And on the mound, you know confidence has to be pretty high with all of the swings and misses. He's had them eaten out of the palm of his hand pretty much all game.
That one the other way. Fair ball. Makes the turn and heads for second. And he's got his second double of the game.
A late jump, and I think that was the difference on the play, Boog. It's not always easy seeing the ball off the bat. Something to improve.
McNeil.
Go ahead run on base. And here is Jeff McNeil. He was a strikeout victim his first time. Gets away from Stallings. And on the wild pitch, he goes down to third.
Even with a good secondary lead, sometimes it's hard to see just how far that ball's gotten away from the catcher. And if you can make it to third base pretty much standing up, well, that time he seemed to have a pretty good read, gets to third safely, and now he's just 90 feet away from scoring.
Runner at third here, nobody out. Missed with a changeup. 1-2 to count. Now one missed.
2-2.
Still 2-2 after the foul ball.
Definitely got the hitter conscious of the pitch inside. Really think the outer half is open.
Stays alive. No outs, runner over at third. That's a little bit low. Hayden Sanger in the on-deck circle, hoping to get a chance to make a big impact here. Ripped to first. Caught.
That swing right there tells me he's seeing the ball pretty well. I know it didn't produce a hit, but he made solid contact, and that's all you're looking to do anytime you're at the plate.
Hayden Sanger now at the plate. Grounded out his first time.
The goal is to give your teammate a chance to score from third. There's a few ways he can get it done, but his best chance is to drive one in the air. Look for the right pitch up and then smoke it.
Swing and a ball hit out towards left center field. And it drops in. In comes the runner from third. And it's an RBI single. It's 2-1.
Picks himself up an RBI. That ball right there landed in what they call the no man's land, meaning it's not really a spot on the field where you can expect anyone to get to it easily. I mean, it's a tough play going back for the shortstop, but also for the outfielders trying to come in. They got to go a long way as well.
Now up to hit Francisco Lindor. One run across in the frame so far, and we're at the top of the fifth. The changeup missing. 2-0. Movement in the Orioles bullpen. Sir Anthony Dominguez is up and throwing for Brandon Hyde. Bautista getting cranked up as well. That one misses, and that's ball 3.
He hasn't fallen behind in the count like this all day. He's in danger of walking his first batter right here.
That one finds the zone, and the count is 3-1. Strike on the inside corner.
Full count.
Hit on the ground, might be 2. To first, and he beats it. Everyone's safe.
The batter, the right fielder.
Second baseman definitely have some pretty tough throws to make when they're trying to feed the shortstop at second for a double play turn because of the angles and difficult footwork. So It's always a difficult play, but one that needs to be made. When your pitcher gets you that ground ball that can be a double play, it's a killer when you can't get at least one out of it.
There comes the skipper out of the dugout, and he's ready to make the move. Number 63 done for the night, and it wasn't his best start, but he kept them in it to this point, and will come back with a new arm.
Now pitching for the
So
Orioles.
a new arm out of the bullpen for the Orioles,
Number 56.
Sir Anthony Dominguez.
Just trying to keep this one close here, and this is where a bullpen can give their players a chance to fight back into the game.
Juan Soto now. He's already homered in this game. And there's a strike. Good heater at 98.
Well, he didn't like those first two pitches down an 0-2 hole. He's going to have to battle. Hope he gets a mistake.
One out. Runners at first and second. That one not close. Ball one. Swing and a miss. Struck him out. Some high cheese for strike three.
Definitely made him chase a little bit out of the zone right there. I don't think that's a strike if he takes it. Pretty textbook pitching. Get ahead in the count, get the guy in the box on his heels, and then force him to chase your pitch where he doesn't have much of a chance to do any damage.
And the batter now, Pete Alonso, 1 for 2. Bounding ball here, rolls foul. First and second, 2 down.
Ball, 1 strike.
Not even close there. And that's ball 2.
It's a big opportunity right here, but I love the way he's slowing the game down. He's shrinking his zone, making sure he gets the pitch that he wants to hit.
In the air, center field. Mullins settles under it. Squeezes it. And that's the 3rd out. But the RBI single pushes across a run. And it's now a 2-1 ball game. Back here in Baltimore, bottom of the inning, and into the box for Baltimore, Kobe Mayo. Holmes back to work. And that's through there for a strike. It's 0-1. And ball 1. Swing and a foul out of play. Pitch misses, and the count now even up. That's a strikeout. Good looking sweeper there. And here's the catcher, Jacob Stallings. 1 for 1 with a single so far. And that is in for a strike. 0-1.
Man, I mean, nice job just presenting it to be better than it actually was.
Swing swings here and drives one well left field, way back, and you can forget it. And this place is rocking. His first homer of the year, and we are starting over. It's 2-2. Chris, we knew this moment was coming for him soon.
Yep, and it finally came. We knew it was only a matter of time before he's going to connect with one just like that. Just too good of a hitter at the plate. That one was a hanger, and pitchers typically don't get away with making a mistake like that. And right there, he made him pay.
So back to the top of the Orioles lineup at the plate. Jackson Holliday, 0 for 2 in this one. And the first pitch misses for ball 1.
1-0.
Swing and a miss. Nice changeup. One out,
ball,
bases
one
empty, and a run in. Last half of inning number 5.
Ball 2.
Next offering is in for a strike.
2 balls, 2 strikes.
See ya! Strikes him out for the second time today.
Well, that's a blue zone right there,
The
or
right
the
fielder,
cold
number
zone
12.
on the hitting chart. Just doesn't have much success in that part of the strike zone. And a really good job of the pitcher executing. Try to go there as often as you can. The numbers are in your favor.
Laureano comes up to hit. And downstairs. Two outs. Swing and a miss. There's that changeup.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
Next
Ball 2.
offering is down low. Out to short. Lindor whips it to first.
He's out.
That ends the inning. This solo homer tied it for the O's. And we're deadlocked now at 2 apiece. You're dialed into the show. Back now at Oriole Park. Start of the 6th, John Shambi with Chris Singleton. And leading off, Starling Marte.
Marte.
Let's go, Baltimore!
Down and away for ball 1. Activity in the bullpen. Yennier Cano, the right-handed sinker baller. He looks to be readying himself. Soto also getting ready. That's off the inside corner, and the count is 2-0. Just missed. It's a leadoff walk,
Take your base.
and that's the go-ahead run.
He did not take the bat off his shoulder the entire
The
at
left
bat.
fielder, number 9.
Go-ahead run on
Brandon
base. Now here is Brandon Nimmo. Fought off foul. With the go-ahead run at first, and we're in the top half of the 6th. Next
1-1.
offering way upstairs. And it's fouled off. They'll do it again. Checks his swing. Now would appeal to third. Yes, he did. Down he goes on strikes.
Now batting, third base.
And now, Mark Vientos.
Definitely wants to stay out of the double play here. Ball on the ground in the infield. Should be an inning-ending double play.
And he swings and misses, and it's 0-1.
No
Boom.
ball.
That's
One
cheddar,
strike.
baby.
And that one clips the corner.
Don't play situation here. He's been working up in the zone. Typically, you look for guys to get that ground ball. See if he adjusts on this next pitch.
Strike three, and that's 2 in a row.
He's really good hitting the baseball the other way. So credit the pitcher for having him out in front of that pitch. Clearly, he had him fooled.
Ronnie Mauricio will hit next. Top of the zone for a strike. And it's 0-1. Marte off of first with 2 away. That one fouled off. Foul ball, still 0-2. Fastball is outside.
1-2.
Next pitch is downstairs. And there's a ball.
Great RBI spot here. Just got to stay focused on the pitch. The runner will be in motion, so something in the gap should definitely score it.
Jeff McNeil in the on-deck circle, hoping to get a chance to make a big impact here. That's a good at-bat right there. He was down early in that plate appearance. Works the walk.
Oh, that could be a big walk in this ball game. Moves the go-ahead run into scoring position. So some pressure pitches coming up in this next AB.
McNeil in the box now. Takes strike one.
That's a good pitch there. Really had some run and finished a little up and in just on the edge. And that's one of those, if you swing at it, you had a broken bat as you jog back to the dugout.
That's foul off to the right side. Keeps the AB going.
Clearly hoping he could get a swing and miss on that, but doesn't fool the hitter with that breaking ball. Nice job, just couldn't keep it fair.
Swing and a miss. 98 miles per hour on the gun.
Well, this guy competes hard. We see the emotion there. I love it. Great job getting out of the jam.
And we're back.
Leading
the
off
batter will be
for
the
the
shortstop,
Orioles,
Gunnar
the
Henderson.
shortstop, Gunnar Henderson.
Henderson in his third season, 23 years old, and he was a second-round pick back in 2019. Next offering is downstairs. Ground ball, Alonso. And he handles it himself for the out.
Now batting, the designated hitter, Ryan O'Hearn.
Digging in, Ryan O'Hearn. He's 0 for 1. Outside low, 1-0. And another ball.
2 balls, no strikes.
Ripped to short, snagged on a bounce. To first, and it beats him. What a play.
Now batting, the third baseman, Ramon Urias.
And next for the Orioles, Ramon Urias. That one outside. Ball 1. And that drops in for a strike. 2 down, nobody on. Here in the bottom of the 6th. So a foul ball makes it 1-2. That's to third. Vientos fires over to first. 3 up, 3 down, inning over. Orioles held in check there. Score remains deadlocked at 2-2.
Now pitching for the Orioles.
Gets the ball now.
Coming on to face a righty here, and he's been fantastic against him this year. His numbers in those matchups are very good.
And stepping in for New York, Hayden Sanger.
Hayden Sanger.
And that's in there at the knees for a strike.
0-1.
Next one misses, and the count is 1-1. The 1-1 is fouled off. Started after the 1-2 pitch. Appeal to first. No swing. That misses. And now it's 3-2. And a swing and a miss. And now 1 away.
He's got to throw any pitch at any count. 3-2. He goes off speed. Gets the out.
And now it's Frankie Lindor. 0 for 3 with 2 flyouts and a ground out. Fastball for a strike. It's 0-1. Just missed. All tied up here in the top half of inning number 7. And a swing and a miss. Down on strikes. Coming out of the bullpen throwing beating.
Chance to strike out the side now. You talk about the benefits, the advantages of relievers who can come in and get the swing and miss, whether it's inherited runners or maybe a little jam that they get into themselves. Knowing that they can miss the bat, tell you what, that's huge and can change the ball game.
And that one fouled off. Oh, 0-1 now. Swing and a liner foul off to the right. And now
Ball
2-2.
Great job of laying off those pitches down in the zone to even the count up at 2-2. Such a better feeling for the hitter.
And now it's filled up.
He should get a pretty good pitch to hit here with the 3-hole hitter coming up if he's walked.
Swing and a ground ball. Finds its way through, base hit. And the go-ahead run is on base.
Up next for the Mets, the first baseman, Pete.
So up next for New York,
Alonso.
Pete Alonso, 1 for 3. And that drops in for a strike.
If you're a base runner, you've got to stay dialed in here. Look for anything in the dirt. Try your best to get into scoring position.
Yo 1. And a foul ball. 2 gone. The possible go-ahead run at first. And now 1-2.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
Swing and he breaks his back. And he makes the catch. And that is that. Mets strand 1. And this game is still tied at 2-2. We're back in a new pitcher here to start the bottom of the 7th. Huascar Brazoban.
Well, he's
Now
been a
pitching
really
for
tough
New
guy to
York.
take deep this season.
Number
You usually have to
43.
string some hits together in order to get to him.
Brazoban.
So digging in,
Leading
Colton
off for
Cowser.
the Orioles, the left fielder, Colton Cowser.
First pitch misses. Meanwhile, activity in the bullpen. Ryan Stanek, the veteran right-hander, appears to be loosening up. And there's a foul ball. Oh, that hit him. Safe at first, and now after the play, we'll check on the
Now
right-hander
batting,
status.
center
Well, that
fielder,
ball came back and
Cedric.
got him pretty good in the chest. As the catcher checks on him, looks like he might be okay, though, Chris.
Yeah, I'm sure that stunned him more than anything, Boog. Always scary when we see comebackers like that, but I think it might just turn into a big, nasty bruise.
Cedric Mullins, the next to hit. And he takes one right on the black. 0-1. And a swing and a miss there.
Ooh, Baya. You got to
0-2.
remember to take the donut off the bat, partner.
And that's off the inside edge.
1-2.
Going to count 1-2. Battling here as he fouls it away. That missed by a lot. 2-2. The go-ahead run aboard at first. Nobody out.
Full count.
In the dirt. Runner holds, and it's a full count. And that one is lifted in the air. And it falls. And they're at the corners with nobody out.
2 consecutive base hits for these guys
Now
here.
batting,
Looked around
the
that pitch
first
on the
baseman,
outside, but he was still able to square it up pretty nicely. And that takes quick, strong wrist to pull that off. A chance now to take the lead, and at this point in the game, that could be a deciding run.
So the go-ahead run is into scoring position. Kobe Mayo getting ready to hit. That's in there. That's strike one.
In the infield at the corners, don't be surprised to see them come home first and prevent that run from scoring.
Inside. 1 ball, 1 strike. Runner on the go. Swing and a tapper. Play at the plate. Safe, and they take the lead. Jacob Stallings now at the plate.
The catcher.
The bottom of the order here, Boog. You got to go right after this guy.
Stallings.
As they look to pick up an add-on run. And the number 9 guy at the plate. Squares to bunt, but that rolls foul. Puts a bunt down. Toss to Alonso. They get the out on Stallings.
The batter, number 7, second baseman, Jackson Holiday.
Here's the second baseman, Jackson Holiday. Golden opportunity right here.
You have to stay disciplined in these at-bats. Try not to chase. A strikeout here is the last thing you want.
The bit behind with that swing. It's strike one.
No balls, 1 strike.
Traffic on the bases with 1 already in. Here, the bottom of the 7th. Swing and a high fly ball deep left field. Going back on this one. Dives, but it falls. And now it looks like extra bases. 1 run is in. Throw cut off, down to the plate. Safe at home, and the runner scores from second. And they lead by 3.
Picks himself up a couple of ribbies. Put a pretty good swing on that one as he drove it out to deep left. Didn't quite have the right combination of launch angle and exit velocity to get it over the fence, but you're never going to be disappointed with extra bases.
Manager out of the dugout now, and it looks like we'll see a change on the mound. Huascar Brazoban will depart. It's a 3-run game, and we'll be back to tell you about the new arm in a minute.
Now pitching for the
Richard
Mets,
Lovelady on a pitch out of the
number
pen here.
57.
Pretty tight game, so they're looking for
Richard
quality pitches out of
Lovelady.
him right here. Got to do his best to keep the score right where it is.
One down, runner at third. Here's Ramon Laureano. 0 for 3 in this one. Swing and a ball popped in the air. Mauricio pulls it down, and there's 2 gone.
The batter, number 2, shortstop, Gunnar Henderson.
So next to hit for Baltimore, Gunnar Henderson.
And this is a big opportunity for him to pick up his teammate right here.
Strike 1.
0-1.
Swings and misses. And it's 0-2.
No ball.
That pitch started in and ended up on the outside edge. Just changing planes and very difficult, especially for a left-handed hitter to track.
McNeil makes the play. That is the inning. 3 runs on 3 hits, no errors, and a runner left. We look ahead to inning number 8. It's the Orioles 5 and the Mets 2. Welcome back, and a new arm on the mound to start the eighth. Gregory Soto. This southpaw's been really good against left-handed hitters.
Gregory Soto.
Starling Marte up now for the Mets. The Mets in striking distance, but have some work to do.
Boog, it starts with the leadoff man. I need a good at-bat out of him right here.
And takes low for ball one. Movement in the bullpen. Corbin Martin is up and throwing for Brandon Hyde. Right side, and that chance handled. Mayo takes it to the bag. First out in the top of the eighth.
That play won't be trending on social media later on, but it's still important to execute it to perfection. This game is a lot harder than it looks, partner.
Next to hit, Brandon Nimmo. 0 for 3 with 2 strikeouts and a ground out. And first offering is fouled off.
Well, it's critical right here that they bear down and turn in some quality at bats. Try to chip away at that lead, because if it gets to the ninth, that closer's coming in.
Next offering is in for a strike.
2 pretty nasty sliders to get this hitter in an 0-2 count. If you're up there at the plate, you got to look up in the zone and spit on anything that's down.
Got it. And 2 away now.
Well, he's going to have some thinking to do when he leaves the ballpark after this one. That was his 3rd strikeout, and this one looking, obviously, so he's been a little overmatched. He's got to find a way just to be more competitive up there at the plate.
On the ground, right side, and it goes just foul. 2 down, nobody on, and we're in the top of the 8th. That's off the inside corner, and the count even 1-1. Line drive, and that's a base hit to right, and that extends the inning.
That play looks routine defensively, but with all of the little nooks, it can get real tricky down in the corner. Kept it to a long single. Nice defensive play.
Runner at first with 2 away. Ronnie Mauricio will hit next. Just missed. That one drifts inside. Vientos leads off first with 2 down to the inning. Fouls one off. 2-2. Cut on and miss, struck him out. That ends the frame. Mets lead 1. They trail at 5-2. And welcome back to the ballpark. Now it's the DH, Ryan O'Hearn. Lovelady back to work. That one finds the zone. That's strike 1. And that one is inside ball 1. So a foul ball makes it 1-2.
Well, he missed a hittable off-speed pitch right there. Not sure exactly with the timing. Sometimes you get a backup breaking ball. You're expecting it to make its move at the end. It never does. And you're tied up.
Not in time. An infield knock to start the inning.
It doesn't really matter where you are in the lineup. Your job is to get on base and try to start a rally if you're leading off an inning. So an infield single does the job right there. Now we'll see if they can make something happen.
Man at first, nobody out. Now at the plate, Ramon Urias. A little bit
Down
low,
low.
and it's 1-0. Nobody out, runner at first. On the ground, right side, 4, 6, 3, and they turn the double play.
Oh, man, what a smooth double
for the
play.
Orioles,
That was a thing of
the
beauty
left
from
fielder,
start to finish.
Cowser.
2 down, bases empty. Colton Cowser, the next to hit. Yeah, that's fouled off.
He's bagging. Give me that pitch one more time. A hanging changeup just out in front. This guy's pounding the zone. Hitters don't have time to think in between pitches.
Outside low, and that is ball 1.
Throwing the ball well, and they need this scoreless inning in relief right here. Been doing a good job keeping him in striking distance.
Swing and a miss, struck him out. And good work there as he gets a 1-2-3. Nothing doing this time around for the O's, and it remains 5-2.
Now pitching.
Stepping in, the slugging shortstop, Francisco Lindor. That's too low, and we're underway. Puts it in the air out towards left center. Cowser flashes the leather on the running catch. Let's take a peek at the Mets lineup here. It features a great veteran presence, Francisco Lindor.
Well, Boog, there aren't many guys who have a flair for the big moment like he does. I mean, batting over 400 with runners in scoring position. Are you kidding me? I know it's not guaranteed or an automatic, but I hope we get to see him in a close, late-game situation with runners in scoring position and just see, is he truly a machine or not?
Juan Soto stands in here, leaves that one off the inside. 1 out, bases empty. Just missed. Next offering in there for a strike, and it's 2-1. Swing and a miss as he was late that time.
2 balls, 2 strikes.
And now the count filled up 3-2. And that's ball 4. Tried another slider, but it missed the plate.
His ability to draw walks has been something that's been part of his career since day one.
Alonso.
1 down. Here's Pete Alonso. Another solid power season. First pitch just misses. Soto leads off first with 1 away. Well struck left field. That one is back. Gone. His 21st of the year. It's 2-0. He absolutely feasts on right-handed pitching and devours that one for a homer.
And you can see that's what he expects of himself at bat after at bat. He's that confident. With a low 90s fastball, you have to live on the edges and hit your spots. If you don't, you'll get hit hard. Really good swing there. Patient, waited for it. It was like BP all over again.
So 1 out, nobody on. Starling Marte up to hit. Pitch misses there, and that's ball 1. Still only one out here in the inning. Next offering is down low. Swing and a fly ball in the air out towards right center field. It falls in, and that's a base hit. So a man aboard now with one away.
That is it. The left fielder.
Put a pretty good jolt into that one. Great swing, nice balance and weight transfer, and he got it to drop in out there in the deep part of the field.
Here's Brandon Nimmo. First offering, and it just misses.
1 ball, no strikes.
Swing and a foul back. That's out of play. On the ground to first. And foul ball. One, two now. On the ground, 2 ball. Off balance feed, there's 1, and that's 2. A Pete Alonso blast for the Mets. It's now a 2-0 ball game. You're watching Major League Baseball exclusively on the show. Back here with my pal Singy, and towing the slab in this one, Clay Holmes.
Well, this guy's just been filthy out there on the mound. Hitters batting under 200 against him, and they're just having a hard time squaring up anything, doing any type of damage. The only way he hurts himself is if he gives up the free passes and surrenders a rare home run. But outside of that, it's going to be a tough job for the opposing lineup today.
Bottom of the first, and into the box for Baltimore, Jackson Holiday. That one pushed to the left and foul.
Well, after putting up a nice inning on offense, got some runs across, this is where you look for the starter to go out there, have a shutdown inning. Don't give that other team any hope. You just hope that he can get through this inning, get the bats back up there while they're hot.
The pitch. Gets a piece, and it stays 0-2.
That wasn't an easy pitch to hit. It's much easier to do damage against mistakes, but that's not what that pitch was.
Fights that one away, and the count remains 0-2.
Also really good at bat. What I like about this guy, his bat stays in the zone for a long time. Gives him the ability to foul off tough pitches.
Foul ball. It stays 0-2. A little bit low.
Really good take, especially with 2 strikes.
That one missed. Cuts and misses. It's a strikeout.
Bogey just ran out of patience there. He took a couple of pitches to even that count up at 2 balls and 2 strikes, but that time chased outside the zone.
Laureano comes up to hit, and that's in the dirt. And that's ball 1. Holmes, he has a reputation, I don't know, maybe a knack for working himself out of tough situations that he finds himself in. You know, you like that in a relief pitcher, but when you have it for a starting pitcher, a guy that can get out of a tight spot, that is pretty valuable. And that's off the inside edge. Now 2-0.
And you won't see the skipper rush to get somebody up in the bullpen as soon as he starts to see some signs of trouble. This guy's earned a longer leash, and because of that, confidence grows with the players and teammates playing behind him, that when things get a little rough out there, They know he'll find his way through it.
How much of the ability to do that in a tight spot is the mental approach?
I think it's very much being able to have a laser-like focus, slow everything down, stay right in that moment, pitch-to-pitch execution, and focusing on that catcher's mitt.
And now, Gunnar Henderson.
No balls. 1 strike.
In the air, left field, down the line, and a foul ball. That one just misses.
Recognize that changeup right out of the hand. Just spit on it.
Man at first, one away. On the ground, right side, and that's just foul. Runner takes off, swing and a miss. Go to second, save.
Batting fourth, the designated hitter,
Ryan O'Hearn comes up to hit. And he grounds one to the right side. He takes it himself to the bag, and that'll do it. And the Orioles leave one, and they're down 2-0. Back now at Oriole Park, down the third baseman, Mark Vientos. And a first pitch fastball is in for a strike. Spoils the 2-strike pitch, and he'll see another. Got him looking. That's a strikeout. Ronnie Mauricio up now for the Mets. Delivers a pitch in for a strike at 95. One down, base is empty.
Ball.
Clyde Washington doing the umpiring behind the dish in this one. Sometimes considered a bit of a pitcher's umpire, Singy.
He likes the low ball, which traditionally favors pitching, but you know, hitters today are pretty good at dropping their barrel down, so we'll see how it goes in this one.
Way high. How much were you aware of the umpire scouting report, or even who was going to be umpiring?
Not a whole lot. I mean, there were a couple of umpires that weren't real good, but outside of that, you just kind of went into the game, especially back when I was playing.
Cowser snags it on the run.
Every day during batting practice, these outfielders get about 10 minutes of balls in the gaps. They practice this, and when the game comes, they make the play perfectly.
Fouled off left side. Two down, nobody on.
Ball.
Swing and a fly ball, well struck left field. Mullins makes the catch, inning over. Bottom of the second.
Leading
And
off
into the box for Baltimore, Ramon Urias.
Ramon Urias.
Holmes back to work. Now he breaks his bat. One away.
Batting sixth, the left fielder, Colton
Cowser, the next to hit for the Orioles.
Taken high in the draft, he's had that top prospect label over him since he put on a professional uniform. But at some point, that starts to go away, and you've got to produce at the big league level.
And that's in there for strike one.
Looks like he sacrificed to pitch right down the middle for tracking and timing. Some good hitters will do that.
He swings and fouls one off.
Let's go, Colton.
Swings and misses. It's a strikeout. Tosses to first.
That's an out.
Already 2 out here in the home half of inning number 2.
The center fielder,
Cedric Mullins, the next to hit for the Orioles.
Possibly thinking about home run number 100 here. He's just one shy of that milestone.
Mauricio gets it to first.
He's out.
That's the 3rd out. Inning over. 3 up, 3 down for the Orioles. They trail it here 2-0. Back here in Baltimore, top half of the 3rd inning. Here's the catcher, Hayden Sanger. Close one, doesn't get the call. Ball 1. And strike 1 to the catcher.
Man, he really sells the changeup with that arm action.
And it is 2-1. And that's a fair ball. Takes the turn. He's digging for second. The throw in. Not in time. That's a leadoff double.
Well, that was one of those high percentage advantage counts where batting averages are just so much higher. Got a fastball, middle of the plate, jumped all over it. Absolutely smoked that ball.
Francisco Lindor comes up to the plate. Fly to left his first time. Right through there for a strike. For Lindor, being drafted out of Montverde Academy, he's a guy that's turned into one of the best all-around players in the game. Sanger at second with nobody out. Just off the outside edge. And now it's even 1-1. The 1-1 is fouled off. Swing and a chopper out to short. Lindor retired. Not close with that one. 1-0. There's a strike. And that's outside. 2-1. That misses off the outside edge. And a strike.
Full count.
And a foul ball. He stays alive. Man at second. On the ground right side. Holiday. On to first. Out. They get the out on Soto.
Now batting, the first baseman, Pete Alonso.
In steps the polar bear, Pete Alonso. He's already homered here in this one.
He's been such a good hitter with runners in scoring position. Some guys just take it to another level. For him right now at the plate, it's like everyone else is in slow motion and he's in full speed.
First pitch, not close. Runner at third, 2 away. So 2 balls and no strikes.
He hasn't wanted to challenge him both of those pitches off the plate away. Don't expect anything down the heart of the plate. You may just have to be patient and take your walk here.
Ball, that's down.
Get ready for some action here. Good RBI guy at the plate, runners in scoring position, and a hitter's count.
Starling Marte waiting to hit for the Mets. Slashed foul down the right side. That'll hook off into the seats.
I wouldn't throw him another breaking ball. Try to go again with the fastball, slightly elevated. He just is having a hard time catching up.
Fastball in for a strike, and it's a full count.
Well, I know they've gotten out to an early lead, but you don't want to take these opportunities for granted. With 2 outs, still lock in with a quality at bat. Drive in that run. You may not have another runner in scoring position the rest of this ball game.
Foul ball, and it remains a full count. Fouled off, and they'll do it again. Got him swinging on the curveball. He didn't make it easy for him on the mound, but they still get the strikeout. Mets strand 1. They're up 2-0. And we're back.
Leading
set
off
for the bottom of the third.
Orioles,
Now it's the rookie
the
first baseman, Kobe Mayo. Mayo, in his rookie season, 23 years old, and he was drafted in the 4th round in 2020. Swing and a miss.
0-2.
Next pitch downstairs, and it's 1-2.
2 strikes.
Up the middle, and it gets by him.
Well, he found himself behind in the count right there, but he didn't give in. Timing on the swing was good, able to shoot the ball up the middle. Didn't square it up as much as he probably would have liked, but that's a good approach paying off.
Jacob Stallings, the next to hit for the Orioles. Right through there for a strike. Now a check swing, but he held up.
Nice job to keep the hands back on that one. Out in front just a little bit.
The 1-1 is fouled off. And a a swing and a miss. Make it 4 strikeouts for him on the bump today.
Well, that's the money maker right there. 2 strikes, slider down and away from a same side thrower as the hitter. I mean, that's just tough. You're looking to protect with 2 strikes and very difficult to lay off.
Jackson Holiday digs in now. Struck out swinging his first time. That one almost got him.
No, that's a ball.
In today's game, not that many fastball counts, but hitters still in the back of their minds, they're looking for one. 2-0 changeup call right there. Excellent pitch selection to go with.
Just missed.
3-1.
And ball 4, 2 aboard.
Well, interesting. He went with the off speed and walked the hitter. Man, you got to challenge the guy with the fastball.
2 on, 1 out. Here's Ramon Laureano. 1 for 1 with a single so far. Splits the plate, and that is strike 1.
There was a high velocity fastball in the zone. I think a little frustration from walking the previous hitter. He's got good stuff. Pitch inside the zone and trust it.
Swing and a miss. There's the changeup.
Sometimes being lucky is a swing and miss. If he makes contact with that pitch, probably hits into a double play.
A swing and a miss. He picks up his 5th strikeout on the hill.
Now batting.
Here's the shortstop at the plate. Gunnar Henderson. His first at bat was a strikeout. Breaking ball in there for a strike. Two on, 2 outs. And strike 2.
Well, this is a higher leverage spot, and I love the way that he's turned things around. He's got 2 outs now ahead in this count, and he can pretty much dictate what's going to happen next in terms of the pitch sequence.
Way outside. Yeah, the count 1 and 2. Swing and a miss, and that is that.
Sometimes he wears the emotion on the sleeve, but that's okay as long as he's getting results. And right there, thrilled with the punch out to get out of a jam.
And welcome back to the ballpark. Here's Starling Marte.
Starling Marte.
Inside. And that is ball 1. Chris, you played here in 2002. What are the memories that stand out as to being a member of the Baltimore Orioles?
For me, it was just pulling into the parking lot and having those that were there with an encouraging smile or a pat on the back, regardless of how things were going. It made it a lot easier to come to the ballpark, whether you were doing well or you were struggling. And then the way that they treated your family. I mean, this is a great place to play, and I'd say it's got to be one of the top places in all of baseball.
And that drops in for a strike. And you had a cameo in the movie Moneyball as an Orioles player in a highlight clip. He caught it behind his back, and that's a great play for the out.
Off-speed pitch, and it looked like he just continued his momentum towards home plate after releasing that. Perfect position to make a play and help himself out.
Brandon Nimmo getting ready to hit. 0 for 1 so far. That's in there. Strike one. There's a swing and a drive. And that one hops the wall. Safely into second. He's got a double.
Oh, that'll make you feel good as a hitter right
Now
there.
batting.
As soon as
Third
that one
base.
shot off his barrel, he was thinking extra
The
bases.
Este.
Really nice job of getting the bat out front, but not hooking around it or rolling over it. Just kept the swing on plane and smoked that thing into the gap.
One out, runner at second. And next for the Mets, Mark Vientos. Caught looking his first time up. Outside low, and that's ball one.
Hitter's got some
No
good
strike.
opposite field power. What I like about something being hit to the right side into the outfield is that the base runner at second has a very good read and can determine whether or not he can score on that base hit.
Swings and misses. And the count 1-1.
Wow, no fair right there. I mean, that slider didn't move till the very last moment. Incredibly difficult to pick that up. Just kind of have to tip your cap on that pitch.
Squirts away a little bit. And it goes just foul.
He's mixing his pitches really well late on that fastball after seeing the changeup. See if he can elevate one. I think if he does, he'll get the swing and miss.
And that's down and away. Nimmo over at second, one down. Fouled off again, and it remains 3-2. Man at second. Fights it off. He'll see another. To kick the 3-2. Next offering popped in the air, right field. Laureano snags it, out, number 2.
The batter, number 10, second baseman, Ronnie.
And stepping in for New York, Ronnie Mauricio. Fly to left his first time. That pitch gets the inside corner, and it's 0-1. Activity in the bullpen for Baltimore. Sir Anthony Dominguez is up and throwing for Brandon Hyde. Bautista warming up as well. Man on second, 2 down. And that one moves his feet.
Well, he went inside a couple of times, and now outside. Hitter's not exactly sure where to look for this next pitch.
Swings and misses. That K is his 3rd of the game.
I think the key is arm action on the changeup. When you can sell it like a fastball, you drop the velocity, you get the swing and miss, and you walk off the field.
Back now at Oriole
Leading
Park,
off
John
for
Sciambi
the
and Chris
Orioles,
Singleton with
the
you.
designated
And
hitter,
leading off the bottom of the
Ryan.
4th, Ryan O'Hearn.
O'Hearn.
Pitch misses inside. Ball 1.
You know, these Orioles just lacking discipline at the plate in this ball game. So many of their outs have come from weak contact on pitches they're chasing outside of the strike zone. You can't do much of anything with those locations, and that's been true again today.
Just off the inside edge.
And as a pitcher, when the hitters are swinging at everything, you feel no need to challenge inside the zone. You just keep working the corners and expanding that strike zone and beyond, and they just keep eating right out of your hand.
That one misses, so a leadoff walk.
That could jumpstart an offense that's really struggled to score in this one. Don't want to wake a team up with the free pass.
Yeah, the batter now, Ramon Urias. First time up was a pop out. Ground ball left side, could be 2. There's 1. Over to Alonso. Double play.
They made that double play look so easy, but it was far from routine. That's the one thing about big leaguers. They make tough plays look simple.
Now the left fielder, Colton Cowser. He's 0 for 1. Ball 1 on a pitch inside. Swing and a hard hit grounder to third. Fair ball. Around first and hustling for second. And that's a double.
Love how he let that ball travel, trusted his hands. Nice job of going the other way.
So runner at second, 2 down. And next for the Orioles, Cedric Mullins. He's sitting on 99 career homers. We'll see if this is the moment to notch number 100. So runner in scoring position, and now the tying run comes to the plate. We're here in the bottom of the 4th. Right through there for a strike.
Generally, second, third time through the lineup, you want to be able to lean on those secondary pitches and command them. Looks like he's doing a nice job of it.
Cut on and missed, and it's a strikeout, and that is the inning. 1 left for the Orioles. They're still down. It's 2-0.
Now pitching for the
We're
Orioles.
back, and there's a new arm on the mound to start the 5th. Sir Anthony Dominguez.
Big swing and miss stuff right here. Averaging more than 1 strikeout per inning this season. So far, he's been pretty electric.
Jeff. McNeil.
McNeil takes a ball as he stands in for the second time. That misses the zone, and now 2-0. Inside, just missed.
Boog, he never moved because he never had time to. But that kind of velocity, you'd prefer that pitcher work away.
And it's fouled away. Foul ball there. Foul. We'll see another payoff pitch. That one misses. So a leadoff walk.
Now batting.
So up next for New York, Hayden Sanger doubled his first time up. Swing and a hard hit liner up the middle to base hit. Throw back in quickly. First and second now with nobody out.
Up next for the Mets, the shortstop.
Here's Francisco Lindor. This guy is one of the best athletes in the sport. That one's upstairs, ball one. McNeil, the lead runner at second. Singer at first with no outs. And that one off the outside edge.
Tough spot right here. A couple runners on. 2-ball count. You can't nibble, but you have to execute and finish your pitch. If you leave something out over the plate, it's going to bring in some runs.
The 2-1. Tapped at the plate, but it's a foul ball. Caught him looking for the K. Now it's the right fielder, Juan Soto. Off the mark there, and it's 1-0.
1-0 count. Look for him to be aggressive here. You got some runners on base, an opportunity to catch a mistake and put some runs up on the board.
And another ball.
Could use a ground ball here. Something in the infield. Runner at first base. Get 2. Get out of this.
That one finds the zone. 2-1 now.
Well, I think that pitch surprised all of us. Right down the middle. Doesn't get a swing. Not very often you see a hitter lay off a cookie like that.
Hammers that one. Curling down the line and foul. Runners at first and second with one gone, and we're at the top of the 5th. Foul ball left side. He'll see another.
It's a tough pitch, but in terms of the best pitch you're going to get to hit in the at-bat, that fastball was down enough where you're going to catch up to one. That's the one. When he elevates, guys aren't touching it.
Foul ball, and it remains a full count. 9th pitch of the at-bat due next. On the ground to first. Knocks it down. Still able to get it there in time. And they do get the second out of the inning. Pete Alonso up now for the Mets. He's already homered in this game. First pitch, and he just misses.
He's got a base open, so the pressure to come in and really attack this hitter, not as great as it would be if the bags were sacked.
Just off the outside edge. 2-1.
2-1.
Drilled out towards left center field. That's well struck. That one back there into the bullpen and gone. Another homer. He's done it again. His second homer of the game. And they tack on 3. It's 5-zip. Tomoyuki Sagano taking over on the mound.
And he's been really shutting down hitters from the right side of the plate this year. Not a lot of hard contact, not a lot of hits, period.
2 outs, nobody on. Starling Marte up now for the Mets. And that's through there for a strike. 0-1.
No balls. 1 strike.
That's inside.
He's great hitting the ball the other way, and that pitch did a good job to straighten him up a bit. Mission accomplished.
So a foul ball makes it 1-2. 2 outs. Misses inside, and the count is 2-2. Gets under and pops it up. Holiday brings it in, and that is that. Back here in Baltimore, we head to the bottom of the 5th. And now Kobe Mayo. Holmes back to work. And a breaking ball drops in for a strike.
You know, these Orioles, as this game goes on, have to be more disciplined at the plate. They've been chasing pitches outside the zone all game, and it's led to some frustrating moments. They've been fooled quite a bit today. He was all over that one. I know it was a ground ball, but it was absolutely hammered through the infield. That's not one you're excited to get in front of if you're an infielder. You know they used to say, charge it. Crazy.
And now here is Jacob Stallings. Runner at first with no outs here. Swing and a high fly ball down the right field line. Soto settles under it and makes the catch. And there's one down. So the batting order turns over. Now it's the second baseman, Jackson Holliday. He is struck out and he is walked. And first offering is fouled off. Outside with a breaking ball.
No, he's really working him away this at bat. Sometimes take a little bit off velocity. Try to get a rollover, something on the ground. Stay away from that big hole on the right side of the infield.
The 1-2.
Ball.
Right center field. Back there. And it's into the bleachers. Out of here. He made him pay for that one. And they cut into the deficit. It's 5-2. One out, base is empty. Ramon Laureano, the next to hit for the Orioles. 1 for 2. First pitch doesn't find the zone. One down, base is empty. And another ball, Holmes. Maybe a little less aggressive on the mound right now after that home run, Chris.
Yeah, it seems that way. You know, pitchers, they can come out, feel good, but then all of a sudden get touched up a little bit, and they start trying to throw instead of pitch. They're not trusting their stuff.
Close, but call the ball. Now 3-1. Well, he's been good for the most part. Is it going to take someone going out to the mound to maybe refocus him a bit?
No, partner, every pitcher's a little different. I liken it to you. Sometimes you come in and you're not as focused, and I kind of do what it takes to get you on track, and then you have a great show. So perhaps it's the same with him. Nobody really wants their rhythm broken up, but sometimes they need a little pick-me-up.
Henderson up for the third time here. Watches that one miss. To first, might be 2. Quick feed to second for 1. Over to Alonso for the inning-ending double play. And we're back. Here's the left fielder, Brandon Nimmo.
Brandon Nimmo.
Nimmo goes 6 feet 3 inches, 205 pounds, and he's one of the few players in Major League Baseball born in the state of Wyoming. And that's in for a strike. And it's 1-1. And a big swing and a miss.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
Popped up, foul territory behind the plate. Stallings makes the catch, and there's 1 down. And next for the Mets, Mark Vientos. 0 for 2 in this one. And the first pitch misses for ball 1. Base is empty, 1 away, and we're the top half of the 6th. Right through there for a strike. They say it went.
1-2. Ball 2.
And there's a ball. And that one hit to first. Mayo steps on the bag. 2 quick outs to open the top of the 6th. 2 outs, base is empty. Ronnie Mauricio up now for the Mets. Pitch
Ball
misses, and that's ball 1.
1 ball, no strikes.
And
Ball
another
2.
ball. 2 outs, base is empty.
Ball 3.
That's ball 4. Tried
outside.
another fastball, but missed the spot.
One of the things about that 2-out walk, the base runner over at first base is going to have a very aggressive secondary lead. So a ball down the line or into the gap will produce a 2-out RBI, and those are the best.
No.
That is, if you are the offensive side of it.
1-0.
McNeil in the box here lets that one go for a ball. Hard on the ground to first. He takes it himself to the bag, and that'll do it. Bottom of the 6th inning. So now the Orioles cleanup hitter, Ryan O'Hearn. That's down and in.
1 ball, no strikes.
2 balls, no strikes, the count. Rolled softly, but that goes foul. And that's a fair ball.
Now batting the third baseman.
Now here is Ramon Urias. And that drops in for a strike.
Now this team is definitely looking for a big swing of the bat right here. Try to close that gap. But, you know, at the very least, if you could find a way to manufacture that run from first, it feels like it's really important to getting back into this ballgame.
Holmes throws over. O'Hearn back on a dive. Nobody out. Runner at first. And a seed into center. That's a base hit. Runner stops at second, and the first 2 reach to start the inning.
Now
2 consecutive base hits for this team.
Everything taking over on the mound for the Mets, Richard Lovelady.
Still a lot of game left, and this game could go either way. So this is a big opportunity for him to get some important outs and try to help carry this lead into the later innings.
Colton Cowser, the next to hit for the Orioles. Just missed. With the tying run at the plate here in the bottom of the 6th. That's in there.
Now just a cement mixer slider right there. It's a great pitch to hit if you can recognize it early and jump on it.
Swing and a ball hit out towards left center field. Got it. Covered plenty of distance there. And there's one away. And now the center fielder, Cedric Mullins.
3-pitch strikeout last time up. Got to put up more of a fight in this one.
And immediately pumps in a strike to the left-handed hitter.
Well, in this situation with runners on, you've got to get ahead in the count so that you can dictate.
Now this one is hammered way back there. On its way and gone. And we are tied. A 3-run dinger. His 14th of the year. And we're starting over. It's 5-5. So it's all tied up thanks to the home run. And here's the first baseman, Kobe Mayo. In the air, right side of the infield. Mauricio pulls that one down, and there are 2 down. So next to him for Baltimore, Jacob Stallings. First offering, and it just misses.
Tried to backdoor him with that slider right there, but just missed off the plate. Good pitch, though.
Next offering is in for a strike.
Looked pretty good as far as being in the strike zone, but I'm sure as a hitter, not too good with where it was located. Very top of the strike zone, middle away.
And it stays fair.
The batter, number 7.
Back to the top of the
Second
lineup.
baseman,
Here's the Orioles
Jackson.
leadoff hitter, Jackson Holiday. Swing and a ball ripped right field, and that one back, and that one is gone. Second home run of the inning for him, and they jump out front. It's 7-5. The Mets with a new arm on the mound, number 51. He's making his 4th appearance of the season. So 2 away with nobody on. And into the box for Baltimore, Ramon Laureano. And the slider catches the zone.
No ball. 1 strike.
Two down, nobody on. That
No,
just
that's a
misses.
ball.
And
Too
the
low.
count is 1-1. And a liner out into right center for a base hit. And that keeps the inning alive.
Stringing them together, that's 3 hits in a row. Really stayed inside that baseball to send it to the opposite field. With the shift onto the pull side, that's an easy knock if you'll take it.
Henderson stands in here, takes ball 1 low. Move to first. Laureano dives back in safely. Two outs. Laureano on the move. That's in for a strike. Throw to second. Out there. And that ends the inning. Top of inning number 7. And now the catcher comes up to him. Hayden Sanger. Rips one to right. Hauls it in for the out. Francisco Lindor will hit next.
Well, both sides equally as strong. So not a good time to try to turn him around with a relief pitcher and put him on the other side of the plate.
There's a strike. And base hit. And that'll bring the tying run to the plate.
Couldn't have timed it up any better than that. Nice job of driving that pitch the other way on a line. You know, hitters, they take so many reps in the cages working on going to the opposite field, and it doesn't always translate into the game, but right there it did, and he did it perfectly.
Soto in the box now, takes strike 1. With the tying run at the plate, here in the top half of inning number 7.
With 2 strikes, may see some movement over there at first base, trying to stay out of the double play right here.
Keeps the at-bat going with a foul ball. Sagano picks to first. Lindor back in there. The tying run at the plate. In the air out towards right center. And there are 2 outs. And stepping in for New York, Pete Alonso.
If you don't get ahead in the count, you can forget about having any success against him.
Drilled out towards left center field. That's back there. See you later. And he's gone yard again. That's his 3rd home run of the game. And this game is tied. It's 7-7. This one in the air. Mayo makes the grab, and that'll end the inning. And welcome back to the ballpark. Set for the last half of the 7th. And into the box for Baltimore, Gunnar Henderson. And that's a little bit high. And that is ball 1. And that one fouled off.
Instead of letting the hitter get his arms extended, tied him up a little bit, slightly up, slightly in.
The 1-1 is fouled off. That one missed.
That's a good pitch there.
2-2.
Really had some run and finished a little up and in just on the edge. And that's one of those, if you swing at it, you had a broken bat, you jog back to the dugout.
Ground ball right side and foul ball. And it's filled up. It's a leadoff walk, and that's the go-ahead run.
And he's a guy that will certainly think about stealing a bag or 2. Not the kind of speed you want to put on base in a tie game.
O'Hearn up to bat next. Lays off for a ball. That one back up the middle, and it gets through. Rowe holds him at second, but the go-ahead run now in scoring position, and still nobody out. First and second, no outs. And here is Ramon Urias. Now a screamer into the outfield. Drops into the glove. Runner tags at second. Safe! And the go-ahead runs at third. And next for the Orioles, Colton Cowser. 1 for 3.
Colton Cowser.
First pitch misses.
In this situation, the batter's got to know what the pitcher's trying to do to him, and that's trying to get him to hit the ball on the ground, get 2 for 1. You got to look for something up in the zone. At worst case scenario, you deliver the sacrifice fly.
Ball to strike. The pitch. In the dirt.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
Nothing happening on the bases, though. With the go-ahead run at third, here the bottom of the 7th. Hard ground ball for a base knock. Runner from third in to score. It's an RBI single, and they take the lead in the 7th.
Well done. Drives in the run. Smash that one through the infield for the knock. When it's hit that hard, it makes it very tough on the infielders to make any sort of play.
Mullins in the box now. Takes strike 1. That's a little bit low.
Way to lay off that pitch down.
On the ground, a short could be two. Off balance speed, there's one. Over to Alonso for the inning-ending double play. Welcome back, and a new arm on the mound to start the eighth. Gregory Soto.
And this is his 40th appearance of the season, so he's starting to log a decent amount of work this year.
Nimmo, the leadoff batter, as he looks at ball one.
Home plate umpires trying to tighten things up a little bit. Well, that's really the money spot, down and away. If you can locate that consistently, it's going to be real tough for hitters to square that up. That's what you'd love to see relievers do coming out of that bullpen.
Tapped in front of the plate. Tosses to first. Out. One up, one down. So up next, Mark Vientos.
That's a huge defensive play in the late stages of the game. It might not be the most challenging we've seen today, but it needed to be made. That's helping your team.
Trying to hold a one-run lead, and we're in the top of the eighth. Pitch misses there, and now it's even 1-1. And there's a ball. Next pitch is downstairs.
First pitch strike from the pitcher, but then no panic at all by the hitter. Very patient, showing good discipline. Now he's in the driver's seat with the 3-1 count. Maybe a little loss of focus on the mound right there. Pretty much gifted at first base with a quick free pass.
One down, runner at first. Ronnie Mauricio up now for the Mets. This is again 5 in a row.
Maybe losing command a little bit after the walk. Next pitch, not even close.
That one finds the zone, and the count even at 1. And that's in the dirt. 1-run game, 1 out, 1 on. Just missed.
On this count, runner not known for his speed, but I think you got to put him in motion.
Oh, this one high and deep, way back there, into the corner, but foul.
As a hitter, you don't know what to expect here in the 3-2. If he'll throw a breaking ball 3-1, he'll do it again 3-2.
Dive, and he's got it. Throws from the seat of his pants in time. Got it.
Now pitching for
back
the
now,
Orioles.
new pitcher on the mound as we roll into the bottom of the 8th. Huascar Brazoban.
And he's done a great job keeping the ball in the park this year. The numbers stack up with some of the best in the game.
Well, 1-run game, and now the first baseman, Kobe Mayo.
Kobe Mayo.
And the pitch a little bit low, ball 1.
1 ball, no strikes.
Next offering is in for a strike. And downstairs. And foul ball. And a ground ball to first. He'll do it himself. Out. 1 gone to the bottom of the 8th.
Now batting,
here's the catcher to hit, Jacob Stallings.
Stallings.
And a foul ball. That misses.
That's the ball.
1-1. Base is empty, 1 away. Here, the bottom half of the 8th inning. And that one clips the corner. Gets a piece there. We'll do it again. And that skips in the dirt. That one drilled left field, and there's 2 away. 2 down, bases empty. Jackson Holiday, the next to hit.
Holiday.
And that's outside. And that is out of play. Now this one's crushed down the line. Hooking, foul ball.
Got a little anxious on that changeup right there. It tells you he's ready to hit a fastball. If he can let that thing get deeper as he recognizes it out of the hand, tell you what, he could be circling the bases.
Swing and a pop-up. Foul territory for the catcher. Singer hauls it in to end the inning.
Now pitching for the
We're
Orioles.
back, and on the mound is the closer,
Number 48.
Corbin Martin. A chance at his first save of the year. And now here's Jeff McNeil. Right down to shoot, and that's strike 1.
And I know you want to be patient as a hitter, but you got to be ready to jump on the first thing straight.
1-1.
And he got one right there, but left the bat on his shoulder.
Looking to get the tying run on base. In the air to left down the line. Puts it away for the out. And here's the catcher, Peyton Sanger. Corner infielders guarding the lines, trying to prevent extra bases. And fires in a fastball at 95.
Getting a little frustrated with the strike zone.
Inside corner, and that's called a strike. That misses the zone, and the count 1-2.
Definitely got the hitter conscious of the pitch inside. Really think the outer half is open.
In the air, right field. No trouble here. Puts it away for the out. And there's 2 down. So it's their last chance in this one. And now it's going to be Francisco Lindor. Not your prototypical leadoff guy. Gets on base, yes, but also some power. Martin, 29 years old, and he found his way onto the team after being claimed off waivers. The Mets down to their final strike. Got him, and that's the ball game.
The ball for his first career save deserves to be on display at his house. I mean, it's kind of like when a restaurant frames its first dollar bill somewhere on a wall. You just can't forget your first save.
And a final 8-7. They hang on to win it by a run for Chris Singleton and